The Conservative MP Sir David Amess has been stabbed to death while conducting a constituency surgery in Essex. A 25-year-old man has been arrested on suspicion of murder. Sir David, who was 69, died from multiple wounds, and a knife was recovered at the scene in a church in Leigh-on-Sea. Counter-terrorism police are leading the investigation, but they're keeping an open mind as to the possible motive. Boris Johnson has paid his own tribute, saying Sir David was one of the kindest, nicest, most gentle people in politics. The Home Secretary, Priti Patel, has asked all police forces to carry out urgent reviews of the security arrangements for MPs, and security at the Houses of Parliament will also be reviewed. Let's join now our Home Affairs correspondent Daniel Sandford, who's live in Leigh-on-Sea for us tonight. Daniel.
Yes, Clive, tonight this town on the Thames estuary is at the centre of a counter-terrorism investigation. Just after midday, the Friday quiet was broken by the sounds of sirens and helicopters as police and paramedics rushed to the scene where the local MP had been stabbed. But despite their efforts, they were unable to save him. Forensics teams and firearms officers at the Methodist church where the local MP had been holding his fortnightly surgery. Before Sir David Amess's meeting with constituents was over, a man had stabbed him multiple times in front of his assistant and his PA. He died at the scene, leaving constituents and party colleagues bewildered and in shock.
And it's so tragic. This is such a nice area, and for this to happen is, what can I say?
Yeah, he was so nice person. Loves everyone, and he was doing so brilliant job for all the local residents and everyone, you know.
What he said, he meant. It wasn't wishy-washy, so you knew where you stood with him, and he didn't suffer fools gladly. He would speak his mind, and often did at different meetings that he went to. But he was 100% in supporting Southend and the residents of Southend.
Will my right honourable friend join me in congratulating...
Sir David Amess was the MP for Southend West and respected throughout politics. He'd been an Essex MP, first in Basildon and then in Southend since 1983. His constituency surgery at Belfair's Methodist Church had started at 10 this morning. At 12:05, police were called to reports of a stabbing. They arrived within minutes, and police officers and then ambulance paramedics battled to save the MP's life. At 3 p.m, police said a man had died, confirming later that it was Sir David Amess MP. The air ambulance sent to the scene was never used. Police arrested a 25-year-old man on suspicion of murder. He's a British citizen, understood to be of apparently Somali origin. Detectives said he was detained shortly after officers arrived and a knife was recovered at the scene. Quickly, it became a terrorism inquiry.
The investigation is in its very early stages and is being led by officers from the Specialist Counter-terrorism Command. We made it clear at the time of the incident that we did not believe there was any immediate further threat to anyone else in the area. It will be for investigators to determine whether or not this is a terrorist incident.
Sir David was a committed Roman Catholic, and tonight at a specially arranged mass in the Catholic church just down the road, they were paying tribute to a highly respected politician murdered while meeting the people he served. Daniel Sandford, BBC News, Leigh-on-Sea.